Muy buenas a todos, gente, bienvenidos a un nuevo episodio de Genshin Impact. Episodio entre comillas porque pues también es un directo. Así que vamos a continuar donde lo habíamos dejado. Y también cabe recalcar que justamente el día de hoy a las 9 de la mañana, hora de México, se desbloqueó este nuevo evento. ¿Qué fregados es esto? Bálsamo de visión. Objeto de refinamiento exclusivo para el arma, ojo del juramento y ojo del juramento, que es... Tras usar la habilidad elemental, la recarga de energía aumenta en un 24%. ¡Ostras! ¿Cómo? ¡Hola! A veces es un catalizador, ¿sabes? Es una porquería, ¿no? Pero a ver, está chido. Y bueno, la corona y protojimites. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, perdóname. Ay, disculpa. Es que me dieron muchas ganas de estornudar de repente. Vamos a comenzar primero que nada con la misión de la Yae Miko y después de ahí nos pasamos ahora sí a lo que vendría siendo hacer lo que más o menos va a ser el hecho de que aquí podríamos confirmar que vamos a jugar a Genshin Impact. No, a jugar la misión esta de Yae Miko y luego ya podríamos pasarnos al evento. Por lo pronto, vamos a comenzar la misión caminando hacia el cerezo, que no es el sagrado, es simplemente un cerezo. Y aquí merengues vamos a empezar con Takatoshi y el otro vato.
We haven't been to the Yae Publishing House in a while. Paimon wonders if they have any new books in. The one we read with A that time was pretty cool.
Come on, this is a no-brainer, man. There's only one thing worth wishing for, and that is a ton of Mora.
But the exam's next week. If I fail again, I'm seriously done for. I'm better off wishing that my exam goes smoothly.
It's just an exam. Trust me, there's no problem you can't solve by throwing Mora at it. If it doesn't work, then just keep throwing till it does.
What are they arguing about? It's quite a spirited
Paimon, no seas
debate.
chismosa, Paimon, déjalas.
Huh? Really? You guys don't know? You need but stand on this land at midnight, lower your head and recite a special incantation, then your wish will come true.
¿Qué significa eso? ¿Es una novela?
Looks like you guys really aren't in the loop. This, my friends, is the next big thing. A highly effective wish ritual guaranteed to make your wishes come true.
¿Sirve para tirar en el
Wish
gachapón?
ritual?
¿Un ritual de deseos? ¿Eso realmente funciona? No suena de fiar. ¿Oyeron, gente? ¿Oyeron todos los que sacrifican a su personaje preferido para después tirar en el gachapón? Eso no sirve. Te lo está diciendo la Ether, el prota, el canon, te lo está diciendo el vato. No sirve hacer deseos, digo, hacer rituales. Ya no los hagas, deja de sacrificar personajes para que te toquen otros personajes.
Right? Even Paimon knows that's
Hasta
different
Paimon
all
sabe
the
que las cosas no funcionan así.
I didn't believe it at first either, but
Pero
that
le funcionó
changed
a
when it worked
alguien
for
que
someone else.
conozco.
It's this guy called Kunihiko. He's practically always been unemployed, wastes his days away, and he owes a lot of money. Like a lot. But get this. I don't see him for a few days, and suddenly I find him dressed to the nines and feasting at a high-class restaurant. I heard it directly from him. He used this wishing ritual, and the next day he woke up to find his whole bed filled high with Mora.
His whole bed was filled with... Wow!
Paimon, tranquilízate. Estás tan emocionada que has comenzado a tartamudear.
Of course, I'm sure the part about waking up lying on a bed of Mora is a bit of an exaggeration. Whether you believe it or not, it's not exactly a difficult ritual. It can't hurt to give it a try, right?
If
Pues
you're
sí,
still
cierto.
feeling skeptical, just ask around. There are a lot of very compelling stories going around these days.
Really? Well, come on! Let's go ask around right now, shall
¿Por qué
we?
tanta prisa?
Well, if it really is true, then just think of all the Mora Paimon could... Oh, and you'd finally be reunited with your twin too! Let's go!
Se están notando las verdaderas intenciones de la Paimon. Le vale 8 hectáreas el hecho de que nos juntemos con nuestra hermana. Solamente quiere dinero. ¿Qué onda, suegro? Uno de tantos.
Time to go.
Es el papá de Yoimiya, para los que no saben. Pues a ver, por aquí. Por aquí. Ay, ay, por aquí.
Closer inspection, it seems like there really are a lot of people talking about this kind of stuff. Hey, see those two? Paimon remembers them from the Yae Publishing House. One's an editor and the other's an author.
Grasp the thought in mind. Clear like the light of the moon. As close as kin with you. No, thou. Wait, thee? Hear my summons, right?
No, it's not hear my summons, it's heed my summons. Heed! You're never going to get it down at this rate.
Hey, what are you guys up to?
Whoa! Jeez, you scared me.
El vato.
Okay. Where did I leave off with the incantation again?
Junkichi.
Incantation? Are you guys trying out this new wishing ritual stuff too?
Junkichi is trying it out, to be specific. He's hit a bit of a creativity block recently, so I'm helping him make a wish so that he can move past it.
No sabía que creían en esas
I
cosas.
mean, I obviously don't, but Junkichi never listens to an outside opinion, so all I can do is go along with it.
Mr. Shigeru, can you please be a little more accommodating? This is extremely important to me. People have had all kinds of wishes come true. Become more attractive, get rich quick, ace their studies. I'm just a poor, struggling writer looking to get over a creative hurdle. Is that so much to ask? Anyway, I just know this is going to work. I have a gut feeling about it.
Didn't you say the same thing when you went to make your wish at the Grand Narukami Shrine? Oh, I just know this is gonna work. I have a gut feeling about it.
The Omamori from the shrine take too long to have any effect on your luck. All right, enough of that. Help me get this incantation down. My new book depends on it.
Look, to be completely honest, I think you need to sit down and have a good think about what kind of story you want to write. Where's all that self-confidence you had when you first started out? Look at you now, trying dubious methods from any old light novel.
O sí es cierto, la verdad.
Wait. What? This wishing ritual comes from a light novel?
Yep, it's from the one called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. No, it's most likely a self-published title. It just appeared out of nowhere and took Inazuma by storm. As a fellow writer, I'll refrain from passing comment on how well the story is written, but everyone is saying the wishing incantations it contains are the real deal.
Look, Junkichi, yes, everyone's saying it's real, it works, but that's only half the story. I've also heard lots of people saying that everyone who's had their wish granted using this method starts behaving strangely.
What's so surprising about that? They're probably just giddy with joy at having their wish come true.
No creo.
This is starting to sound a little suspicious. Why don't we
Suspicious.
go to the Grand Narukami
Sus-
Shrine and ask Yae Miko about it? She's the expert when it comes to both light novels and the supernatural.
Supernatural. Only on Warner. Mira, ya me la dieron. Novela ligera en no sé qué. Invocación de espíritus. A ver, ¿dónde está? La tengo que tener por acá. Por aquí. A ver. Aquí está. No la puedo leer. No, es nomás así. Esto. Novela ligera que ha cobrado mucha popularidad recientemente en Inazuma. En ella se relatan toda clase de historias y anécdotas sobre antiguos seres sobrenaturales. ¿Por qué no la puedo leer? ¿Puedo leer todo lo demás? Bueno, casi. Vámonos a la editorial Yae. Por cierto, ya está aquí el nuevo jefe. Ahí lo tienes localizado. Es lo que te proporciona aquí está abajo, que son estos 3 nuevos materiales. Mudra de la Shogun Implacable, Lágrima de la Diosa del Desastre y Máxima de la Catástrofe. En pocas palabras, son puras tonterías. A ver, vámonos. No, aquí no. Demasiado TP aquí en un mismo punto, ¿sabes? Demasiados puntos de teletransporte. Muy pegaditos. Déjame salir. Gracias. Listo, vámonos. Yae. ¿Qué haces, Yae?
Miko! Great, you're here!
Well, hello there,
¿Qué no
young
les dije que ya no
ones? What
me
brings
vinieran
you
a
to the
molestar?
shrine? It just so happens that I have a wonderful novel here. I highly recommend it.
Tenemos unas preguntas para ti, Yae Miko.
Oh? Well, what did you want to ask?
Le voy a decir Jae Miko.
Well, we were just... actually, you look kind of busy. Is this a bad time?
No, not at all. It's nothing major.
¿Cómo?
Lady Guji, what do you mean, nothing major? I'm begging you, you've got to help me save my brother.
Nada importante, dice.
It really is nothing major. I stand by that. Oh, but since you're so curious, let's have him relate the story one more time, just for you.
You two seem to have a good relationship with Guji Yae. Please, put in a good
¿Con la
word for me.
Jaimico?
You
Simón que
have
sí.
to convince her to help my brother. Here's what happened. My name is Kato Yohei, and my brother is Kato Shingo.
Shingo, se
All
llama
he's ever
Shingo.
wanted
Me
is
lleva
to
la.
become a sword master. So he once asked Sensei Domon of the Meikyo Shisui art to take him on as a disciple. Domon turned
Shingo,
him
así se
away,
llama.
took one look at him and said he didn't have what it takes to train in the art of the sword. But my brother wasn't about to resign himself to defeat. He trained every day as hard as he could, and finally proved himself by defeating one of Domon's best disciples in a duel recently. But since his victory, he's been acting extremely strange. It's like he's become a completely different person.
Te garantizo lo que quieras que el vato probó el método del ritual este para sacar su deseo y al final
That's
pues se
why
está
I'm here,
comportando
begging for
extraño.
Guji Yae's help.
You know, there really aren't as many evil spirits lurking around as you seem to think. Your brother achieved the goal he'd been striving toward for as long as he can remember, and now it's gone. It's only natural that he feels a little empty and lost while he's trying to find a new direction. If it were me, I'd just leave him be for a couple of days. He'll recover on his own soon enough.
No, Lady Guji. If you saw him for yourself, you'd know. I guarantee you, he's not acting like someone who feels empty and lost.
Oh, all right. Then tell me, when did your brother spar with Domon's disciple?
About 5 days ago.
5 days ago, you say?
Yes, Lady Guji. That's a long time for him to be acting up like this. I'm really worried about him. Our greatest wish is to one day found our own school, just like Domon. We can't jeopardize that dream now.
Wait a minute, now I'm a little confused. Are you here to save your brother, or are you here to make your dreams of founding a martial
Las
arts
dos,
school
mija,
come
no estás
true?
poniendo atención.
Well, they're kinda two sides of the same coin, aren't they?
Whatever. Let me ask you this. Have you heard of any interesting new rumors lately? If so, I'd love to hear about them.
What? Rumors? I haven't heard anything.
Oh dear. Well, that's too bad.
Lady Guji, please stop changing the subject. This is someone's life we're talking about here. Please, you've gotta help me.
Miko, he seems really desperate. His thing with
Da
his brother's so
lástima, dice el
bad.
vato.
Okay, fine. Then it's decided.
Yay, Miko! So you're gonna help him?
No, pero ya lo decidí.
Kato, whatever your name was, these two guests are trusted acquaintances of mine, and in fact, they are experts in resolving all manner of strange and supernatural phenomena. Exorcisms and that sort of thing are all in a day's work for them.
Yeah! Wait a sec!
Really?
Is that hesitation that I detect in your voice? So let me get this straight. You come begging to me for help, I actually recommend someone for the job, then suddenly
Disculpe
you
mis
start
sospechas,
doubting me?
señorita sacerdotisa,
Not
pero
at
es que
all,
me
never.
parece que no me quiere
Whatever
ayudar y
Lady
que le está
Guji
encargando la
says,
chamba
I
a otra
trust
persona.
wholeheartedly. Thank you two for your willingness to help. Please follow me.
Además, estos vatos ni siquiera han querido aceptar, así que...
Hold on a hot second, Miko. We may be a lot of things, but we ain't exorcists!
Al chile no sé nada de eso.
Don't worry. If he wants an exorcism, just grab a handful of salt and mutter some mumbo-jumbo while you're sprinkling it around.
Está vieja. Some mumbo jumbo.
It's a
dice.
common trope in light novels, right? You just have to have a bit of bravado. As soon as the protagonist gains self-confidence, everything else just magically falls into place.
Esto no es una novela ligera, mija.
Well, you were the ones who seemed concerned about his situation. Don't you think it would be a little unfair to make me do all the work?
Se me hace un poquito injusto que el vato te pida ayuda a ti y tú le encargues la chamba a alguien más, la verdad. No estás haciendo nada.
Besides, we both know you wouldn't be here at the Grand Narukami Shrine unless you had a request for me too. This is an opportunity to demonstrate that you come in
Nomás te
good
venía a hacer una
faith.
pregunta, pero mira, si el chile no quiere responderme, no me preguntas, pero tampoco me mandas a hacer tu trabajo, mija. No manches.
This feels all wrong. But you
Paimon tiene un
technically
mal
have a
presentimiento
plan,
sobre esto.
so-
I have a bad feeling about this.
All right, let's go. Don't worry now, I'll be coming along too.
Bueno, mínimo, oye, va. Así sí, mira.
Okay, let's follow Yohei and go visit his brother.
Vamos a ver al Shingo.
What is going on here? Granted, you can never be quite sure what's going on in Miko's mind, but she seems even more disinterested than usual in Yohei's situation. Well, a life's at stake here, so it looks like we'll have to deal with that first before we'll get the chance to ask her about the incantation stuff.
Entre Shingo y la que chinga. Ah, qué bien. Molestan, de veras. El Shingo. ¿Quién le pone esos nombres a esta gente? Pobrecitos. A ver, correo. Recogemos estas tonterías. Un par de cristalitos más. Vamos a cambiarnos los personajes que traemos puestos para usar a estos que no están tan subidos. Aprovechamos y los vamos subiendo poquito a poquito.
How strange. My brother's been meditating here pretty much constantly over the past few days, but now he's gone.
Meditating?
Yeah, it's
¿No es ese
something
que va
that he
atrás? Ah, no,
suddenly
ese es un
started doing
viejito.
after defeating Domon's disciple. He just sits there alone, talking to himself. It's pretty disturbing, actually. But that's not important right now. Where the heck could he have gone in his current state?
This does pose a bit of a problem. If we can't find your brother, well, we can't perform an exorcism with nothing to exorcise, can we? Kato, whatever your name was,
Le vale
given the
queso.
circumstances, why don't you start by going to find your brother and also picking up a handful of salt on your way? We'll need to use it during the exorcism.
Okay. Okay, got it. I'm on it.
Miko, what about us? Shouldn't we help look for his brother too?
Nah.
No need. While What's-His-Face is handling that, we'll take a walk around and ask people what they know about the two brothers. Maybe we'll find out some amusing details.
Órale, Jaimico, vamos a preguntarle a la gente. Disculpe, señor, ¿usted sabe algo de los dos vatos estos? El Kato no sé qué y el Shingo.
Hello, sir. We'd like to ask you about the Kato brothers.
Oh, are you debt collectors? Yohei said to tell you not to worry. He'll be able to pay you back as soon as he has enrolled a few disciples.
Huh? Debt collectors? No, we're not here for anything like that. But, it sounds like Yohei and Shingo have gotten themselves into a bit of a pickle.
Shingo.
Well, yes, I don't think there's any disputing that. Those two don't have an ounce of dedication between them. They just hop between ideas and won't stick to anything.
Huh? But Yohei said his brother has always wanted to become a sword master, and even asked Domon to be his sensei.
That's true, yes. Shingo begged Domon to take him on, and eventually, he finally relented. But even after convincing a renowned sensei to give him a chance, he was the same as ever, bumming around in class instead of focusing on his training. In the end, Domon had had enough and kicked him out. But Shingo was resentful about it. He blamed Domon for not seeing his potential, and even declared that he would challenge a disciple of Domon to a duel.
Wait, what? That's not what we heard.
Oh, how interesting. We heard a slightly different version. My brother wasn't about to resign himself to defeat. He trained every day as hard as he could and finally proved himself by defeating one of Domon's best disciples in a duel recently.
¿Cómo habla?
Yohei said that? That Shingo trained hard.
Que Shingo entrenaba
That's
con todas sus
ridiculous.
fuerzas.
He just lay there cussing to
Esas
high
son
heaven all
puras
day, every
Shin.
day. Some training regimen
Son cosas
madness.
que dice Shingo.
Yohei did tell me
Son
about Shingo winning the
chingaderas.
fight, but I took it with a grain of salt. You can ask Kenji at the village entrance more about that. He always
Si
has
Paimon
reliable
dice
information.
tonterías, son Paimonderas. Si Shingo dice tonterías, son sus chingaderas. Ya empezó Shingo con sus chingaderas. Ay, ay, ay. ¿Qué onda, Keiji?
Hey there, we've come to ask you about the Kato brothers.
¿Los conoces?
Oh. Oh, you mean Shingo and Yohei?
Yeah, we heard that Shingo defeated an apprentice of Domon's recently. Is that true?
Yes, it's true. Oh, wait, so are you here because you heard they're starting their own school and you're looking to sign up?
We're
No,
not
hombre.
here to sign up, but we would like to hear more details about the fight.
Well, you've come to the right person. I actually went to watch it. I thought it was a joke when I first heard that Shingo was going to challenge a disciple of the Meikyo Shisui art. But when he drew his sword, he became a whole different person. The way he handled his blade, it was like flowing water, mesmerizing to watch. Domon's disciple is no pushover, but he was absolutely no match for Shingo.
Is Shingo really that strong?
Se los chinga.
Yep, he seemed pretty euphoric after winning the duel too. He was celebrating very vocally, saying something like,
Shingo
"What a
se
duel.
lo
I haven't felt this good in a
cargó."
long time."
Any other details to share? We've heard that Shingo has been behaving rather out of character since then.
¿Y cómo se llama la mamá de Shingo?
I'd definitely
¿Chingada?
say that he has more energy than he used to. In the past, he never used to do much except lie around sunbathing all day. But just yesterday, for example, I saw him cutting down trees for the village head. In the space of one afternoon, he did what most people couldn't finish in 3 days. Not only that, but he managed to fell a lavender melon tree with just one kick.
Oh,
Quite impressive.
Things got weird after that, though. The village head brought out some tofu for him, and he just flipped out. He shouted, "What is that stuff? Keep that away from me!" and then ran off.
Lady Guji, esteemed exorcists. Finally, I found you. I found my brother. He's at the waterfall, and I've got the salt you asked for, too. Come on, let's go.
Oh, as much as I'd prefer to stay and hear some more delicious details, I suppose we'd better be going now that he's been found.
Órale, va, vámonos. La cascada está para acá, está muy lejos, al chile sí. Vamos a teletransportarnos. Vámonos para acá. Ahí está. Vámonos. Más abajo. Aquí
Look over there.
verengues.
That's him at the waterfall.
this is Yohei's brother. Whoa, he's meditating while sitting in a waterfall. That's pretty wild. Hey, listen! He's talking to himself.
Es el Shingo.
Woo! How's that? Can you feel it? Can you feel the
caray.
feeling
Se le
of
está complicando el
manliness?
asunto ahí abajo.
So shallow. How can a manly man aspire to something so lame? Please, spare me. Spare me.
Yo no
I can't
puedo
feel the
sentir mi virilidad.
manliness. I can't even feel the cold anymore. I can't take any more. I'm gonna die. Yohei. Yohei! Save me! Save me!
Did you hear that? All the nonsense aside, he's going for help.
Huh? Who goes there?
Siento que me lo voy a tener que cargar.
And now he's coming this way.
Dime que sí, por favor. Le quiero partir en su
No,
shin.
don't come any closer. Help!
What do we do? Miko, think of something!
Vamos a pegarle.
Oh, poor thing.
Lo desmayamos y ya después lo
Yohei,
checamos.
your brother's life is hanging in the balance, and he's using his final breaths to call on you for help. Whatever shall we do?
Well, how should I know?
The way it looks to me is that Shingo feels terribly resentful to you about something.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
You don't know. But surely you should have more insight than anyone else into how your brother came to be this way? Yohei, I suggest you think very carefully before you open your mouth again. This is a life or death situation.
¿Eso que está atrás es un sile que no he agarrado o uno que ya agarré?
Your brother is your closest relative. You must have noticed straight away when he started acting out of character.
¿Me van a dejar
And
pegarle a
yet,
Shingo o no?
5 whole days pass before it occurs to you to come and seek help from me. You really expect me not to notice the gaping holes in your story?
But I...
As you wish. It's fine by me if you don't want to tell the truth, but after Shingo dies, you'll be next. It's futile trying to escape. Anywhere in the world you run to, it will be right behind your back. After all, you did summon it together.
Ah! All right, I'll talk. I'll tell you everything. My brother and I used a wishing incantation. We made a wish.
¿Pidieron un deseo de la guía de invocación de espíritus?
Yes, that's it. The one that's all the rage right now. You just have to recite an incantation at midnight and your wish will be granted. Just like the book described, we drew the magic symbol, stepped inside it barefoot at midnight, said the incantation, and lo and behold, spheres of light appeared all around us. After my brother wished to become a swordmaster, it really worked. Out of nowhere, he suddenly had these amazing sword skills.
¿Por qué no buscaste ayuda de inmediato? ¿Por qué esperaste hasta ahora para buscar ayuda?
Because I was worried that if he goes back to normal, he'll lose his skills with the sword. If that happens, it'd ruin our plans to start a martial arts school, and we'd be back to being poor. I just wanted to keep this under wraps until we'd managed to get the dojo set up and paid off our debts.
Hijo de
So
tu
then,
pinky
why'd you go to the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Well, because with the way he's acting now, I was worried that rumors might start spreading that he's gotten involved in the occult arts or something, and then no one would want to sign up as his disciple. So I was thinking that maybe Lady Guji might have a way to get my brother back to normal, but let him keep his sword skills?
Nah, mijo, no se puede.
My, look at you with your ingenious schemes. Stop deluding yourself. These newfound sword skills are not his. They belong to the spirit that has possessed him.
You're right. We were wrong to do what we did. We had this coming.
Y el vato que estaba bien emperrado allá dijo, bueno, espero a que ustedes terminen de
Your turn
platicar.
now, my little friend. Toss the salt and then draw your sword.
Sí, le vamos a pegar. ¡Woo! Ah, no. Chale.
What is that?
Ah, sí, sí le vamos a pegar. ¡Woo!
It's the spirit!
See that? That's what you summoned. And look, now that Shingo's no use, it's coming straight for you.
Déjame pegarle.
Save me! Save me!
Miko, he fainted. What do we do now?
We do nothing. But you, little one, just a quick fight and this will all be over.
Arakawa Koji. Tú, compadre, me vas a pelar todo lo que se llama...
He's coming.
Órale, vamos a pegarnos tú y yo. Hijos, y luego estás en el agua. No, compadre, ya valiste 8 hectáreas. De por sí estabas valiendo que es... No, ya. Pobrecito, ni te vas a mover. Qué triste tu caso, la verdad. Me parece muy mal. Qué vergüenza me das, pobrecito, pobre vato imbécil. Por eso, bájale. Ahora sí, perro. No estaba que sacar la Shogun para que te partieran tu mouse. Excelente, wow, qué emocionante.
That was great! Excellent! Woo! What a rush! I haven't felt this great in a long, long time.
He disappeared, but he looked pretty content at
Pues
the
es que le
end
gusta
there.
pelear.
Huh. Well, Paimon sure is confused. Do you know what that was all about?
We can talk about it later. They're about to wake up.
Buenos días, princesas.
What am I doing here? Yohei? Yohei, is that you?
Shingo, are you alright?
Me siento de la
Yohei, I had the weirdest dream. I dreamed that I wasn't a useless loser with a sword anymore. I even beat one of Domon's disciples. I thought we could finally open a dojo of our own now. But then I realized I couldn't control my own body. And there was this voice in my ear talking to me constantly. I was terrified and I wanted to take control of my body back, but I couldn't. And the voice kept talking about manliness.
Dice el Fran.
Shingo, we shouldn't have made that
Shinga
wish.
da madre,
You
dice.
summoned a spirit and it possessed you.
Yes, and had we not come to your rescue, your life would have been over before too much longer. Then the spirit would have haunted your brother until he died of fatigue too.
Thank you, Lady Guji. And thank you for your assistance, exorcism experts.
All right, take him to get some rest. He's very weak right now, having been possessed for quite a few days. He will experience a high fever, but it won't be fatal. Remember, this is the price you pay. At this point, I would normally lecture you on the dire consequences of using occult methods to obtain power that does not belong to you. But I think you get the picture now.
Yes, we understand now. We won't do it ever again.
Ah, ¿verdad? A ver si ahora
Thank
sí
you,
andas
Lady
invocando
Guji.
tonterías.
Thank you, exorcists. We'll be on our way then. Come on, Shingo.
Vamos, Shingo, ya déjate tus
Miko, would they really have lost their lives if we hadn't gotten involved?
Nah, va a decir.
And if so, why the heck were you so reluctant to help out?
They would have been fine. I had to scare them a little, though. Otherwise, I hardly think these two lazy rascals would have learned their lesson.
So, what was it that possessed Shingo?
You saw it all for yourselves. I'm sure you can figure out what kind of spirit had possessed him, can't
Un
you?
maestro espadachín, una fuerza extraordinaria y un gran vigor. Alguien a quien no le gusta el tofu.
Paimon's got it. It was an Oni.
Correct. Although it possessed Shingo, it didn't have any ill intentions. As a matter of fact, it actually seemed like it was trying to train Shingo to become bolder.
Fair enough. But it seems like it had the opposite effect.
Tossing salt caused it to temporarily leave Shingo's body. Then, you exhausted its strength by fighting it, so it disappeared. Even if we'd done nothing
Los
at all,
Oni odian el
Shingo
tofu.
would have
De
eventually become
locos.
too
dice.
weak for his body to host the spirit, and it would have left of its own accord. Of course, it would have been more stressful for Shingo and Yohei that way. Still, the experience may ultimately have been more effective than me scaring them into submission with a little exaggeration.
Whew. Well, the main thing is that nobody got hurt.
Oye, pues está chida la misión de la Yae Miko. O sea,
Alright,
tipo, esta vieja
seems
no
like
está
we've
haciendo
wrapped up
absolutamente
everything
nada.
here. Come on, off we go.
Hold on, Miko. You say everything's wrapped up, but are you sure about...
You mean you disagree?
El conjuro que usaron, el libro de guía de invocación de
Oh,
espíritus.
you mean that they got the incantation from that book? Yes, I know the one.
Actually, that book's the whole reason we came looking for you at the shrine today. Incantations seem really popular right now.
Human beings don't have powers like us yokai. It's quite understandable for them to be interested in incantations to summon the supernatural.
That's not the point. The problem is that the incantations in the book are actually capable of summoning spirits and stuff. And
Even then, humans only have so much strength. Even if they do successfully summon a spirit with the incantation, it won't stay with them for very long. I really wouldn't fret about it.
But who wrote this book? And why? Don't we think there might be a bigger safety risk here? What do you think, traveler?
Sí, me preocupa un poco, pero si Miko dice que no hay problema, no deberíamos preocuparnos, aunque siento más curiosidad por la reacción de Miko.
You're right. Big events in the light novel market should be at the center of her attention, surely. But she doesn't seem to care about this book at all.
Lady Yae, I finally found you.
Kuroda, what are you doing here?
I'm here to report on Yae Publishing House's sales for the last month. All the numbers are here.
¿Viniste hasta
Please take a
acá
look.
para compartir los
Let me
números?
see.
¿No te puedes esperar en la oficina?
What? We're losing market share?
Yes. Overall bestseller, reader's favorite, and trending ranking. We're being beaten in all categories. One book is topping the charts. It's called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning
Ah, ¿verdad? Ahora
Spirits.
sí te va a importar, mendiga
Back
vieja.
here now.
No, ya no, ni me hables.
What is it?
No, no,
You
no,
have a
no.
really scary look on your face, right?
Things just got serious. A first-hand guide
Ahora
to
sí te
summoning
importa,
spirits is
¿no?
an all-round
Ahora
hit,
sí te importa.
summarily beating
Todo
the
lo que te
novels of the
importaba era
Yae
el dinero,
Publishing
¿verdad,
House by
mugreja de
every
Miko?
analysis.
Te pasas
Just
de lanza de
what
veras.
is that supposed to mean? I worked extremely hard to promote our latest featured work, and now a rival book comes out of nowhere and steals our
O sea, que
thunder.
invoquen espíritus y que
If
se
this
vuelvan
isn't the very
superpoderosos y que
definition
anden
of
causando destrozos es
intolerable,
lo
I
de
don't know
menos.
what is.
El billete, papá.
I have to come up with a counterplan, and you are going to help me.
No, no, ahora tú no me querías ayudar.
Problem all
Ahora,
of a sudden.
mira.
Paimon, please. Who wrote this book and why? Don't we think there might be a bigger safety risk
Ahora
here?
sí, ¿verdad? Ahora sí. Ahora
I
sí.
take it that the safety of the people of Inazuma isn't so important in your eyes after all.
Pura paja que acabas de decir.
Happened? Again, you technically have a point, but this feels all wrong.
Nothing's wrong, okay? Come on. We're going to war. I'm going to head back and make some preparations. Meet me outside the Yae Publishing House.
No, 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 de veras ya te pasas de lanza. Nomás cuando te importan las cosas y ya a partir de ahí ya haz lo que quieras. No, 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 eso está muy mal. Qué grosera tú, de veras. A ver, tenemos que ir para acá abajo. Nomás porque me vas a dar protogemas, si no, no hacía ni Mauser por ti.
All right, Miko, we're here. So what's your plan of action to deal with this rival book?
Why don't you take a guess? I'll give you a hint. It's to do with the Yae Publishing House.
Oh, Paimon knows! Combine the reputation of the Yae Publishing House with the status of Guji Yae and tell everyone that the incantations in that book are dangerous!
Oh, wow. Your
Esta vieja es
fourth
como
guess
súper
and you got it
condescendiente con todo el
absolutely
mundo.
wrong.
Yeah! Wait! Seriously?
A first-hand guide to summoning spirits is the hottest light novel right now. If we did as you suggested, we would effectively be advertising to everyone that the incantations are real. In bending over backwards trying to warn everyone about the dangers, all we would accomplish is to create more curious readers ready to try them out. Also, sales for the book would only increase further.
Okay, yeah, that would be pretty catastrophic. Oh, how about we confiscate all the copies?
Leaving aside the issue of the enormous manpower and resources such an operation would require, going to such lengths over a light novel would be extremely disruptive to the lives of Inazumans.
Ella dijo Inazumans. Como
Well, I've been thinking.
Inazumanos.
I've read a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. It has many other good qualities besides the incantations alone.
Nunca me había preguntado
The
eso.
book
¿Cómo se
contains
llama la
many
gente que
ancient
vive en Inazuma?
Haiden, or tales of the
¿Inazumeños?
supernatural, and is written in a very engaging way. That is why the book has become so popular. I think we're going to have a difficult time trying to rein in its
Mira, esta vieja con tal de
while it's
sacar
the
billetes, lo
only
que va a
work in
hacer
its
es
league
sacar
on the
una
market.
invocación de espíritus más fuertes, nomás para que le gane a Le... No, a esta vieja le
That's
vale
right.
que no miento.
How do you get
No
rid
puede
of the
ser.
next big thing? You replace it with the next big thing. So what we're going to do is create Inazuma's newest hit novel. Smash our rivals' sales numbers and win our readers back. That is how Yae Miko wages war. Incidentally, this will also be the best way to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits.
Wait, Miko. So you want us to write a novel?
¿De verdad tengo madera de escritor?
Well, becoming an accomplished novelist certainly isn't an overnight process. But let's not forget that I am the chief editor of the Yae Publishing House. I have my ways. I did say this is what we're going to do. I trust that the word teamwork is in your vocabulary.
Esta vieja me cae mal.
Anyway, there is a writer's submission event going on at the moment. Start by talking to readers and finding out what they're into. When you have an idea of what the current trends are, come back and see me. I'll be at Uyu Restaurant. Find me there when you're done. I will assemble a team, and we can work while we eat.
O sea, pasamos de hacer la misión de la Shogun Raiden, ¿no? Que es como súper importantísima porque liberamos a Inazuma de la esclavitud y abolimos el decreto de cierre de fronteras. Además, nos peleamos contra la mismísima Shogun Raiden en un evento catastrófico que duró siglos. Que además restauramos la paz y el orden al poner el arbolote nuevo ese que antes no estaba ahí, que ahora sí está allá en la montaña mágica celestial. Y ahora la chamba que tenemos que hacer de ayudar a la mismísima diosa y gobernante de Inazuma a publicar el siguiente bestseller porque Crepúsculo está rompiéndola. O sea, se está quejando la señorita Rowling, no me acuerdo cómo se llama, J.K. Rowling, de que Crepúsculo está superando en ventas a Harry Potter. O al revés. O que si los Juegos del Hambre le están ganando a Maze Runner. Ahora nos dedicamos a eso. Esa es la chamba que tenemos que hacer ahora. De ayudar a la mismísima diosa a recuperar las ventas de una editorial que la verdad a mí me vale cheto. A mí me interesa ayudar a Yae. Y como dice, los espíritus tampoco no son tan malos. Digo, no van a estar ahí tanto tiempo. Así que, ¿qué? ¿Qué es lo peor que podría pasar? Nada. Esta misión, de momento, no pinta bien. Pero bueno, gente, hasta aquí vamos a dejar el primer episodio porque la verdad me anda del baño y no quiero hacer un corte en el video, me va a dar flojera. Así que si quieren ver lo que pasa en el siguiente episodio, no se lo pierdan. Aquí en el canal, el día de mañana, vamos a subir todo el contenido. A diferencia de los videos de Party Hard, que eso sí lo subí hasta marzo más o menos. Estos dos videos de Henshin Impact los vamos a subir rapidito. Les mando un beso, cuídense mucho, suscríbanse al canal, nos vemos en el siguiente episodio. Bye bye.